Stannis will be here in an hour. When he arrives, Renly's bannermen will flock to him. Your former companions will fight for the privilege of selling you to their new king.
And you want that privilege for yourself.
You will note that I am standing here talking to you, not Stannis.
Well, what's great about Littlefinger, you never know exactly what he's up to. The confusion you feel about Littlefinger's motivations also, I think, helps you feel that Littlefinger's motivations run deeper.
Littlefinger is absolutely hedging his bets and about doing what's best for Littlefinger and protecting himself. And he knows that this war is entirely unpredictable. He's just really trying to be everyone's friend. Even though no one really trusts him, he wants to be in there so that regardless of what comes to pass, he will survive.
You can't avenge him from the grave. Bring the horses. Please.
One of the things that's most fun about the Tyrells is the way that they're basically a secret matriarchy. I mean, the Tyrells are a family where the men tend to be handsome dopes, and the women are really the brains behind the operation.
The wonderful thing about Marjorie and Natalie Dormer's performance of her, she's very politically shrewd and aware. I don't think of her as conniving really in a negative way, but she's someone who's absolutely willing to be political and to play the game.
She's in some ways not unlike Cersei, but she's like a more balanced, less damaged version of Cersei. She's someone who knows how to put on a demure face, and she knows how to show the world the face that they expect to see from her, and she also knows how to take that mask off.
Do you want to be a queen?
No. I want to be the queen.
The half-hand does things in his own time. My uncle told me stories about him. Most of them are true.
Really, in the way that boys in our world might grow up idolizing football players or basketball players, I mean, the boys in this world, they look up to the great warriors, and Qhorin Halfhand is probably the great warrior of the Night's Watch.
Qhorin is someone who's got an ease with himself and with his position. It's kind of, he's like an elite special forces member.
They'll hit us in force, and they won't run away when we hit back.
I think Qhorin sees the same things in Jon Snow that Lord Commander Mormont sees in him, that this is a boy who could, with the right guidance, grow up to be a real leader.
The path that Commander Mormont has laid out for Jon is an exciting path, and it really is. He's grooming him for command of the Night's Watch, but it's a long, slow path into a young man. The goal that Mormont has set out for him is a goal that's far out in the future, and with Qhorin, he has a chance to do what he always imagined doing, which is getting out there in the world, and it's a lot more exciting to Jon. It's kind of a fast track for Jon to go out there and go on this mission with Qhorin.
I hope you make a better ranger than you do as steward.
What did you see in your dream? Something bad?
Bran has definitely been abandoned. I mean, his father left and promised he'd come back before too long, and he's never coming back. His mother's absence probably seems even more inexcusable. Why hasn't Catelyn come back? So I think he's kind of befuddled.
It's having a greater effect on his younger brother, who has less ability to rationally get his head around why his parents, who loved him so much, may have suddenly abandoned him.
Stop it.
Brandon's got very few figures left, so he's trying to figure out his place in the world. He's starting to realize that there's something even beyond being crippled. There's something unusual about him in that he's having these very strange dreams or visions.
And so he's got a lot to deal with. He really needs to come around to the idea that this really is something he's going to have to grab the reins on, because he has no choice.
I dreamt that the sea came to Winterfell. Saw the waves crashing against the gate. The water came flowing over the walls. Flooded the castle.